Okay, we are going to be focused on the DAX, the US Canadian, the Euro Yen, and also the Euro Dollar. The reason that we are focused on these this morning is because we have rate announcements on these markets. And the typical market movement on the DAX for this rate announcement, the rate announcement is not that big. It is the press conference that really moves the market, okay? So you're basically looking at an 80-point move on the DAX. On the Euro US dollar, let me look. Euro US dollar, we're looking at minimum of about 71 pips. I think it might actually be more than that. And then on the US Canadian, the rate announcement comes out, and that is a 3-in-1, okay? That means they're doing the rate announcement, the monetary policy statement, and a press conference all at the same time, okay? So on the Forex pairs, I have done binaries at that expire at 11 a.m. On the DAX, I have this one up here, which is a daily. Okay, that means it has all day to get there. The bottom line is all day as well. This is a short position. It's marked in red. This is a long position marked in green. They are out of the money binaries. Okay. Then I have another one that expires at 9:30. Okay. I'm sorry, 9 o'clock, not 9:30. The market opens at 9:30. That is this green line. It's 391 on the long side. It's 251 on the short side. Okay. I have mimicked these trades as close as I could in the demo. Okay. So I want to show you, let me bring this down. Can everybody see my demo account now? Okay, so you see I've got a lot of positions on in my demo account, and over here in my live account, and this is my live account, notice that it does not say demo over here, okay? I have mimicked every trade that I put on the demo, okay? I actually entered these first, and in some cases, I got a better price in the demo just because they have moved, okay? So I just want everyone to know I'm not just doing this in demo mode. I'm actually doing this in my live account, okay? Now, I'm going to close my live account because I've already got my profit targets and all in. I've mimicked everything just exactly the same way as what I've done it in the demo, okay? Now, my total risk this morning on all of my positions is $2,000. My profit potential is about $4,000. That's if every one of them was to make money. Of course, we know all of those will not make money. Okay? It bothers me when it's like that. Oh, wrong one. There. All right, so I can see at a glance all of my risk. I can also see my profit potential. As orders are filled, I will put in the profits. Okay? I can't do it now because no orders have been filled, right? All right, I'm going to pull this off so we can actually watch it. And you can see the rate announcement. This is the bar from the rate announcement. Did not move. Okay? And that's anticipated. That's what the market reports have shown. Now, I'm not giving out trading advice, okay? I'm not recommending that you buy, sell, hold, or anything else. This is my personal trades. I want to make sure that is clear. And I guess because I did show my live account, I need to show the disclaimer as well, which I'm really not good about doing. But since I am showing my live account, I do want to show the disclaimer. And let me find it. Okay, here is the disclaimer. This room is provided for informational and educational purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. I don't know what your account size is, and I don't know what your risk tolerance is. Okay? So do not follow along with Gail. I don't endorse that policy. This is based on my own risk parameters, and I'm able to risk that and not jeopardize my financial well-being, okay? You cannot rely solely on the information that I am presenting to make any investment, okay? I've got about 15 years of experience in the markets. I don't know how long you've been in the markets, and some of you, I don't even know your name, so please take into consideration if you're trading, you're doing so at your own risk. There's large potential rewards and there's also large potential risk. That means you can lose money. That's what risk means. Okay? All right, now I can go back to the presentation. All right, so what I have done is straddled the potential market movement. Okay, that's what I have done. All right, notice that these charts have no indicators whatsoever. I don't need indicators to trade the market reports because I know how much the potential is. All of the euros are with an 11 a.m. expiration. All of them. Now, I could add to that, okay, very easily, and I want y'all to see the potential here, okay? I could easily, you see 11 a.m. on the euro yen, 11 a.m. on the euro dollar. I know that the euro yen typically will mimic what the euro dollar does. That's my experience coming into this, okay? I don't have the numbers for that yet, but I know it mimics it. You also see on the DAX, I've got one that expires in 8 hours, one in 51 minutes, another one in 51 minutes, another one in just about 8 hours. On the Canadian, I've got almost 3 hours on those. Okay? Everybody understand that? Now, I could, now that it's 8 o'clock, and if I do this, it's only going to be in the demo version of the account. I could go in here to the 8 o'clock, and I can say, okay, by 8 o'clock, what is a low risk, out of the money binary that I could take? Okay, the one that stands out at me is 386. Okay, that would be just about here. Now, this is only in the demo that I'm doing this. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to place the order. As soon as I place that order, the next step is to go over here to the open positions. Okay, did I get in? No, it's not in yet. So I'm going to delete the remainder of that and go back and see if I can get in now. Let's see. 386. Let's see if we can get in this one. There's a little bit of a lag. Okay, we're in this one. The first thing I'm going to do is put in an order ticket. Now, my risk on this is $21.50. I'm going to double it. That makes it $43. Okay? So now I'm covered. If that spikes up real quick, I'm covered and I could potentially get filled. Okay? What about to the downside? Do we have any that we could have a low risk to the downside? Okay, we got 246. Where's 246? Right in between here, right? So now I'm going to go in the short side of that as well. And let's see if we got filled. 246. Okay, so on the 246, let's see what my risk was. 246. About $20, a little bit more than $20. So I'm going to actually put my profit target at 60, okay? That's just about double because it's 100 minus 60, and that's what your profit would be. And I'm going to place that order. Everybody understand what I just did? Now I need to update my spreadsheet, and I'm going to do that real quick. I put in another order on the Germany. It's 10. The risk on that one was $391, $15. So that's no, that's the wrong one. 386, 21.50. So that's $215. My profit target on that one, 386, is give me a minute here. I got a lot of working orders. 386 is $43. Okay, now let me add the short side to that one. Okay, on the short side, I had got 386, 246, $20.75, and profit target on that one is 60. That equals 400. Give me a minute here, guys. I got to update everything. Now I need to put my lines on my chart so y'all can see what I have done. So I got 396. I'm going to change that color to green. Make it a dashed line. All right. And we need to put the other one down here. 246. Gonna make it red. If you're asking questions, I can't get to you right now. I don't know, Christian. I'm not looking at it right now. I got to get these marked up. All right. So on this side of it, I've got a risk of 21.50. And a profit target of 43. Okay, down here, I have a risk of 20.75 and a profit target of 60. Now, everybody understand this so far? Yes or no? All right. Now, my total risk on all of these trades, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, trading 10 contracts is $2,500 on all these trades. The DAX margin itself is 2,500 minimum. All right. So I've got all of these positions for less margin than what one future DAX will be. And the DAX is the biggest mover normally on a day like today. It's not meant to say that it will be the biggest mover, but on average, yes, it is. All right. Now, the only one that I do not have in my live account, as y'all saw, is the one I just placed for y'all. All right. Now, Christian, you're asking something about the euro, about the premium. All right. If you go out to 11 o'clock this morning, okay, the euro is currently trading at 0.582. Okay, so I know I already need to go down on that. All right. Then let's see. The 680. You can get in it for $11 at the, oh, yeah. You're getting a cheaper risk than what I did, Christian. That means that you could put in a profit target of $25. If it pops up, you'll get filled. Well, it's not really that lopsided, Stuart. Flip. I just lost all my daggum charts. Can everybody still hear me? All right. Let me get all my charts. I don't know what I did, but I got all my charts down. I'm probably stressing out my computer this morning. All right. Let me do something real quick in case something happens and I lose all this. I wouldn't have to mark them all again. There. Now I feel better. I saved it as a rate announcement. They're really not lopsided, Stuart. Some of them are just because they've moved from where I entered the binary, okay? For example, the Canadian, I entered it back in here, okay? So, yeah, it does look lopsided because it's moved in my direction since entry, okay? I try to take a median price, okay? What do you mean? Is it 60 in both directions? I'm not following you, Arteman. No, it could go 100 ticks up or it could come 100 ticks down, either one. And the Canadian, well, let's go back to the DAX. There's times that the DAX will move $200 on this statement that they're going to issue. And on the Canadian, you can get, 200 ticks sometimes if you've got a 3-in-1 like we do today. You can really, really get a big announcement. But do not kid yourself. There are also times when it only moves 50 ticks. Okay? So there is a potential that I could actually lose on every one of these positions. Is it a high probability? No. But is there a probability there? Yes. Do you understand now? What is the maximum I could potentially lose today? The maximum I could lose today would be about 2,500. Not quite 2,500, but just about. Now, if you're really good, you could do the same thing on the euros pairs, euro dollar, euro yen, with an expiration at 10 o'clock this morning. I think I have enough trades. I don't need to enter anymore. What time did I start putting them on? That was easy. Let's see. Trade time 7:30, 7:30, 6:30, 6:30, 6:30, 8:11, almost 8 o'clock, 8:10, 8 o'clock, 6:30, 6:30, 6:30. Now, I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee because there's nothing else we can do right now other than either the orders will get filled or the orders will not get filled. Do you understand that? There's all kinds of ways that this can work out today. If you were late to the room, I did show most of these I do have in my live account, with the exception of the Germany 386 and 246. I do not have in my live account. Okay? Yeah, I'm weighted on the DAX because the DAX moves the most typically. And I could do the same thing on the euro dollar. I could do the same thing on the USD Canadian. The USD Canadian, you do not want a 10 o'clock expiration because it's coming out at 10 o'clock. You need at least 11 o'clock or noon. So you still have time to do some Canadians. I just did the daily. Now, I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee and then we'll come back and see if it moves, okay? Okay, I'm back. I did a snapshot real quick so I could tell which orders were being filled as they were filled. Ardeman, can they be adjusted without new entry to maximize profit and loss? I guess if you wanted to, you could. Um, 16 tick profit on the euro to the downside, 76 to 60, correct. Which one is that, Christian? Tell me the number, please. Yeah, but let's see. On the euro US dollar to the downside, I entered at 76, which is $24 of risk. And I'm looking to get 60. So yeah, pretty much. Now this is the bar that's forming now where we hope to get some of these profit targets filled. Okay? That doesn't mean, okay, that it has to be done on this 45-minute chart. Okay? I've only got one on the DAX, on each side of the DAX, these 29 minutes. They've got 30 minutes to move for us in our direction. But all of the others, okay, are actually out. These are Ninja Trader over here, Stewart with Kinetic, and this is multi-charts with CQG. Okay, I just got filled on one of my Canadians. The 2580 just got filled. So I've already made that profit target. And I know that because I only have one order here. Do y'all see that? So let me update my spreadsheet. On the Canadian, and the rate announcement has not even come out yet. Didn't even notice that. Well, sometimes even my live account is with AMP, and sometimes I can't even get data on it. They have pretty good charts though with Nadex. If you're just looking at the chart, it's not bad. Normally on the blog, I have that up by 7 o'clock. Normally it's like 6:30. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Because they're just now starting to talk, Stuart. Anytime you see a red report, generally there's something tradable. And remember, I only have one on each side of the market, okay, that expires at 9 o'clock. I've got two that expire after the U.S. market opening, okay? So calm down, guys. Yeah, I don't like trading gold as much on the binaries. Has an early closing. In all honesty, once you set these profit targets, you don't even have to look at the screen if you don't want to. Because these numbers, they'll freak you out. And they're just numbers, okay? To me, until I either close the position or they expire, they're just numbers. And when it starts moving, it's quite often you don't see any numbers at all. It's just the way it is. I've only noticed that when I was in the live trading room. I've never seen that happen without being in the trading room. Everything will just go blank on you because the market's moving and I'm projecting my screen, and it just takes up a lot of bandwidth. No, you don't have to. I was doing it because I'm trying to do both my live account and my demo account, Stuart. Yeah, I do. I use Kinetic and Ninja Trader for futures and Forex because I have an account with AMP. I'm able to get the discounted rate because I added the DAX. Seems like it's about $80 a month because the DAX, but I can't be sure. Remember, anything that y'all type up, everybody can see. Okay. There's a some kind of form that you have to complete for Kinetic if you have an AMP account, but then you get the discounted data feed. It was cheaper and then it went up. I don't do stocks intraday. Ain't worth my damn time. Damn, that's cute. As long as you're making money, who cares, right? Is what it is. I've got one binary that will expire in 15 minutes, and that's on the DAX. And I'm actually going to mark those so that you'll know. Oh, what can we mark those with? We'll do dotted lines on those. If one of those profit targets are not filled, then I'll lose on both sides of that. 246, we'll make it dotted line. Those are the only ones I don't have in my live account. I have all the others in my live account. But that one I don't. But all of the others I'm out pretty much in the earliest after this one is 10 o'clock, and then we have 11 o'clock, and then we have 4 o'clock. Yeah, it wouldn't print it for me either. I had to go day by day. It was a lot of work I put into that. Just because of that reason. Which I have it set up in a database now, and I just update it every month. Yeah, I thought it was odd too, Dan, but I had to put them all in my own database anyway, so it's not like it really mattered. Yeah, you could capture the screen and print it, but I didn't see a reason to do it. If you wanted to, you could though. Sometimes, depending on the DPI, whether it prints up nice or not. Depends on the market report, Artemis. Today, it would be an emotional market report. It's what they're saying at the press conference that's going to move the market. And one of the big things they're watching for them to say is something about Greece, whether they're going to extend a deadline or anything if they miss a payment. Normally, I try to double the risk. Normally. Yeah, they're kind of up and down about it right now. You can tell that just from the price bars. Yeah, I don't really pay a lot of attention to that, Dan. You see, you've got 35 seconds on the DAX, and I don't even think the DAX can move that much in 30 seconds. And it moves pretty well. I'm updating my spreadsheet, so that one's expired now, and this one is expired at the bottom. So far we're down $22.50. Because remember, we already made profits on the USD Canadian. So this one we're already out of. We just have this one left. When it expires in NADEX, do you see how you've got two little X's here? That tells you they're expired. The next expiration we have is in 1 hour, also on the DAX. That would be, I can get rid of this line, and that was the 2150 one, and that was 2075 one. The next one we have that has an expiration is 396, I believe. $3.86. Sorry. It's here. 386. That one is the 2150. Give me a minute. I deleted the wrong one. 2150, and the profit target on the 2150, 386 is 43. Okay, so I have to go back to my spreadsheet. Y'all give me a minute here. This one was actually 15. This would be 150. So actually, we're still up $42. Which one was that? Yep, I'm right. So far we've had one winning trade, two negative trades, still up $42. We have an hour into the expiration on the next contracts. And that would be on the DAX. The Euro, all of the Euro pairs expire at 11 o'clock. This one on the Canadian expires at 11 o'clock. Any questions on that? Those two were the only two that I didn't have in my live account. Everything else I have going on in my live account. You're welcome, Mike. I have a big report that I'm actually working on, Mike, that has everything comprised into one. It does have to be updated every month. The first version I'm releasing free, but only the first version. Yeah, it's going to be like an ebook, Mike. It'll give you all the tables and, kind of review the market reports. Like this morning, really, you're trading an emotional market report. It's not based on supply and demand. Okay, it's an emotional reaction to the report. They didn't change the rate, and evidently they haven't said anything of substance because the market hasn't moved. Okay, it happens. I told y'all when we come into the room, I could lose on every one of these binaries. I haven't, but I could. That's just trading in general. No, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, Mike. While I'm working on it, I'm just posting in the morning when we have a market report that has the potential to move the market. I'm going to release the first edition of the book free as an ebook viewer 30. You have to be on my mailing email list to get it, or a member of the blog. There's a free membership, so it's no big deal. Waiting on the market opening now to see if it moves the market. How long does the news impact last? I'm not covering that, Mike, because I don't like covering anything that can be subjective. I want it to be black and white. The market moved X amount of ticks in the 15-minute bar where the market was released. Market report was released. There's no subjectivity there. It's black and white. Now, I will be doing another report after this. I love that, Dan. You remember that post? I am going to do another one that I'm actually comparing the average of the typical market opening for Asia, the market opening for London, the market opening for the US. Okay. Now, the one thing that we have in our favor potentially this morning, even on the DAX, is the 9:30 market opening. Okay, that 30-minute period on the market opening, you typically will get some kind of movement. Is it up? Is it down? I don't know. I don't care as long as it moves. For market reports, I'm focused on a 15-minute period. The DAX, the euro, didn't do what we anticipated. Okay, but that's okay. We're doing averages here. I think for the market opening, Mike, I'm actually going to do a 30-minute board period. And again, you're just using averages to give you an estimate of how far out of the money you can actually go. Yeah, smelling bacon biscuits in the morning is a killer. You know you gotta have one with butter. I'm making sure I've got the right prices on here, guys. And 2075. 246 would be 60. Yep. All right. Let's do that one in red because it was negative. Do this one in red. No shadow. I guess we could sleep for 10 minutes until the market opens, right? I just want to show y'all this. Now this is the 11 o'clock expirations. Notice that on the short side you don't have any short positions left. Okay, this is why it's important to really look at these at the top of the hour when they become available. On the offer side, notice there's no $20 binaries. And generally, I try to keep these between $20 and $30 so that you can get that 1 to 2 potential. Do y'all see that? Basically, because everybody has already positioned themselves, Mike. Now, you can continue to look at them to see if one becomes available. But see, this is why, I like to kind of position myself right at the top of the hour if I'm going to do it. That's the reason I didn't have any 8 o'clocks on my personal account this morning, because I needed to open the room. So I was kind of screwed on that one. Sometimes you do have this big surge, okay? Uh, right before the market report, you could sell a 2507 area. I don't typically do those. I want to get the bar of the market report. And the Canadian rate announcement is coming out at 10 o'clock this morning. Okay. So, not one I would want to trade. I would need to go out at least until 11 a.m. There's nothing there, just scanning these, there's nothing. All right. Could you go out to 3 p.m. because you're late to the game? There's a 10 pip strike difference on the Canadian that's important to know. All right. The price right now is at 25.48. You're expecting 80 pips below this number. Okay. So could you go down, 60 pips? Yeah, you could. Okay, is there anything at 24.90? Well, they've got 2500. 24.80 is at, right about $30. 24.60 is at 80. I would rather take the 81 and get out at 60. Do y'all understand that? And that's just buying time. That's giving you until 3 o'clock today for that market to move. That's all. Do y'all understand that now? Yeah, because the payout would be $40 on that, Stuart. Oh, the Looney is excellent. Okay, when you have a market report coming out. Anything, well, the ones that I have done. Look at this one, Mike. Okay, price is at 25.42. I've got. Let me see if I can shrink this up for you. Okay, I've got a position on that at 24.60, closing at 11 o'clock. Okay, And I'm only down $7.50, but look how far I am from this line. Okay? I mean, that's not bad. All right, let's see if the market opening is going to do anything for our binary positions. The loonie might save us today. I'm trying to get this where we can see everything. We're just going to exit that one. I'm not entering any other orders this morning. All right, let's see if we can put this down here so we can keep up if anything's filled. We'll put this on here. So if you see any of these orders disappear, that means they were filled. Okay? We only got 30 minutes on these two right here, so I need it to either get to the 386 or I needed to get to the 246 number. If y'all see one of the orders disappear, let me know. Oh, you'll find that you're going to open yourself up to a lot of new instruments trading the binaries. You truly are. Do y'all notice how the euro and the dollar, euro US dollar, euro yen are kind of moving together? That's typical behavior, okay? I know that because I've traded Forex for so long. And my little DAX just ain't doing nothing for me today, and it usually overdoes it. You're welcome, Mike. I love trading the binaries, just personally. The way that I am able to monitor it, okay, is, okay, I've got two on the yen, I've got two on the yen, I've got two on the euro US dollar, I've got two on the euro US dollar. That's how I monitor my positions because, I mean, when you're in this many positions, it gets hard to monitor everything at one time. Yeah, I try to keep it simple. The simpler it is, the better off you are in trading. And what I'm trying to do is to give y'all something substantial because I know right now the economy is bad. People are in bad situations. And this would help you. No indicators or anything, just with a free ebook that I'm doing to say, hey, I can get up and running and making some type of income for me and my family. Because I know right now it's tough. When you're looking at the numbers in Nadex, don't look at the profit and loss because that, is, oh, I got filled on the yen. Wait a minute, guys. Okay, I got filled on the euro yen, so that was 350. What I was telling you, don't look at the P&L because that you still have that risk paid up front. Look at the position value if you want to see the true numbers. Notice that I got filled on the euro yen. Okay. I've still got 2 euro US dollars. Still got all of the DAX up and still have the Canadian up. Okay. That's what I'm looking at. That's all I'm looking at. And this one I can actually take off because we actually got it. That was the 2740 area. I'm marking them on my screen capture as their field. So mine's not. See, I still got euro, 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 euro. So on mine it hasn't closed, only on the yen. Well, I think it will. You know, um, yeah, I'm looking to make sure that I haven't been filled on the euro or US dollar, and I haven't. So I'm still good. I wish my DAX would move. It's really underperforming today. That's all right. No, it does not, Stuart. You really have to know where your entry was and where your profit targets were. What I am doing, and I'll show y'all. Remember, I did a screen capture. Okay, this is my screen capture. As the orders are filled, I just circle where they were filled at. Well, I'm showing you. I put it in an Excel spreadsheet. This is why I did the screen capture because I knew it would. It's going to be tough. I mean, I'm managing a lot of positions here, guys. Okay, I'm not really managing them. I'm in them. uh, yeah, I'm tracking them. That's it. And I have done this and left the house and done errands and come back to see whether I, you know, was in the money or not, so to speak. Yes, I am recording it. I'll put it up on the website later today. Now, I'm hoping that the euro reaches up for this blue line here. That's an indicator, okay? I'm hoping it does. It might. If it does, I'll probably achieve my profit target on the euro US dollar. You can track the current market right here. So the current market's at 41. My profit target is at 48. That's all I'm looking at. That comes into trading skills, Stuart. It really does. You would need indicators to do that, and I'm trying to show it without indicators this morning, just to show that hey, you can make money. You don't need indicators. You just need knowledge. Hmm. Yeah, it is a great example of in between. Okay, but remember this one expires at 10 o'clock, which is about 15 minutes. This one, it's got all day. This one, it's got all day. Okay, so if it stays right like it is right now, where it's just going sideways, well, you're going to lose on all of the positions on the DAX. Okay, it is what it is. It's not being traded. That means you've lost $215 on that position if it closes just like that. That's why there's a dash mark there. Yeah. Now, sometimes it'll do that just because the market's moving fast, too, Stuart. That's the reason, I tell you, don't really look at this screen when you're in a position, because depending on how fast the market's moving, especially in this room, it could actually look like you've maxed out on everything and actually you're in profit. And these numbers jump around a lot, and I do mean a lot. That's the reason I have profit targets in. Yeah, sometimes they do, Mike. The key is really knowing how far out of the money you can go on them. Yeah, set good targets. And, even today, we set good targets, but the DAX hasn't moved. It happens. Thankfully, I'm not just trading the DAX. In the binaries, because your risk is low because you're going out of the money, okay, you can trade multiple instruments. Yeah, and notice that I'm not trying to micromanage my positions. It's either it's going to make it or it's not. That's called discipline. It's called leaving the damn trade alone and letting it work, which really actually promotes good trading habits instead of bad ones. The time difference, Dave. It's the only difference. I can go in the daily 11 a.m. at 6 o'clock in the morning. The 9 to 11, I have to wait until 9 o'clock. That's the only difference. Let's see, more strikes in the daily as it is or was open longer. I see also that, yeah. The difference is also your strike widths are different. Um, and let me come back over here and show you. If I move this a little bit, come over here. Let's go out to 3 p.m. right now because that would be a more realistic one. Okay. See how your strike prices are 20 pips on the Canadian. If we go to the Euro US dollar, 3 p.m., see how they're 20 strike widths. Now, a lot of times you may want the smaller 2-hour binary because they're 5 pips away in price. So you would be able to go out further as long as they were being offered. Does that make sense to you, Dave? Okay. Let's see. That's this one. Where's my other one? That's open positions. Here it is. I'm really kind of hoping they spike this one down right before the rate announcement because that'll hit my profit target. These two do not expire until 11 o'clock. So we have another hour on those. Bring this one back over. Nadex Pro locks up every time I try to do it. I don't know why, it just does. Everything locks up. I want to see the USD Canadian. 26.40. No, I can't do that one. Now, we don't have a Canadian on the long side, so and we got a rate announcement coming out. I'm going to do this one, and I'll explain it to you in a minute. Okay. Let's see where that one is over here. Here. Okay, so I got that one for $12.25. Do y'all see that? So I'm just going to go in and put a $30 profit target on it. Why did I do that? Because we have a rate announcement coming out. It should move the market, and it's got until 3 o'clock to hit that target, right? That target is 26.40. So oh yeah, I like anything for an ATR. Now that's not going to have to move much to give us a profit target. It doesn't have to hit that area at all. Do y'all understand that? We got that one at 12.25, guys. And we put a profit target of 30 on that. All right, let me update my spreadsheet. Y'all give me a minute here. Oh, USD. Total risk on that is 122.50. Profit target is at 30. Potential is 300. Now, the only reason I did that one, it was, wait a minute, Stuart, 26.40. And it expires at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So that has 5 hours to work. All right. And that was just, I mean, shit, $12.50. I spend more than that out for an evening meal. That was just too cheap. I couldn't resist it. No. All right. This is the way binaries work, and I know this is confusing, okay? When I go into a binary, I pay this, okay? That's what I pay. But if I come out on this, they return the 122.50 because they didn't use it, okay? So they pay me 300. Do y'all understand that? It's like, okay, on the euro yen, to go into it, I paid them $170. That's my maximum loss. If it expires, then they can have that money. It's $170. But if my profit target gets filled, then I get $350, which is the return of what I paid to go into it. Does that make sense to y'all? Do y'all understand that now? So why would I subtract 170? It was returned to me. Yeah, it's a deposit. They gave me my deposit back. And this is totally different from the futures. Okay? No, it's not a $180 profit. It is $350 profit because I did not use my risk. It was returned to me because I was right. And if I'm right, they give me all of my money back. A lot of people don't understand that about the binaries. All right. We just had the DAX expire, and let me circle these real quick. Okay. 246. Okay. Y'all gonna have to give me a minute. I'm trying to keep up with all of this today. And 386. All right. Now let me put that in my spreadsheet. I have to keep marking these as we progress, otherwise I'll lose where I'm at. And see, you can see it here. Now, if they expire, okay, it automatically cancels these orders down here. Notice that now I've got 5 hours for the DAX to move. Either way, okay. But these two have expired. The orders I had down here were canceled, so I'm good to go. Now I'm watching the US Canadian. I've already got filled on the other order. So my short position on the Canadian was filled. That was $400 profit. Let me mark that one. So we've got the Canadian already out. We still have one up here that has a $30 profit target. We'll just have to wait and see if it gets filled. Now let's see, which ones do we still have on the Germany? 240. Where's my 240? That's that line, so I can get rid of this one. And the risk on that one is 24.25. That's correct. This one's not. All right. Up here, it's the 386. Gone. Now these are until 4 o'clock today. Okay. So if the DAX moves in either direction by 4 p.m. today, I'm good to go. Everybody understand that? You remember our original straddle on the USD Canadian? It got filled on both sides. On a rate announcement, you could get a wide bar up and a wide bar down. That's what it equates to. Especially on something, that actually moves the market. And I mean, all I did was go off the median on that this morning. The ones that are harder to get are the $50 areas. Okay? They're harder because I'll tell you what that equates to. All right? My profit target here is 48, right? That means that price has to at least get to 680 to get that. More than likely, it's going to have to come like around here for me to be filled. And I know that. I know the way the binaries work. Okay? That's what that means. Can the euro do it if it's got volatility? It can do it in a heartbeat. So can the DAX. Okay? Did it do it today? No, but I never said it's going to work out all the time for you. That would be called the Holy Grail. An emotional report, it can pop up and pop down and give you both profit targets. Supply and demand normally will not do that. I hate to tell you, I'm not the Holy Grail. Basically, what they did on the DAX, when the euro rate announcement came out, they didn't change it. When they had the press conference, they didn't say anything that traders were looking for. So it was pretty much like shit. It's just bullshit. Okay? It's boring trading when the market doesn't move, don't it? Isn't it? And there's a lot of times I put these on and I go do what I need to do. I don't even worry about them because it really comes down to either you made money or you lost money. That's what it comes down to. Either the market moved or it didn't move. I mean, y'all saw I'm in these live in my live account, and I'm sitting here showing the demo for you. I don't even have my live account open, is my point. You could find higher volatility times like, the US market opening. I like trading the market reports. I've never ever been able to trade market reports, and now I can. Because, just like this bar here, okay, let's say that you were long, all right, and you had a stop at 2,500. Well, they could have jumped it to 2,489 and you were stuck. I've been stuck, okay? You don't have that issue with binaries. You never get stuck. I can go out shopping after I place my binaries and not worry about it. I'm not going to get stuck. Worst case scenario is I would lose X amount of dollars. And I know that going into it. It tells me that. Yeah, it's a more logical, defined method for trading, in my opinion. Oh, I love doing this. It's the easiest trading I've ever seen. I just about bet on the Euro US dollar 15-minute. You just had volume divergence. 6 bars until that bar ends, though. 6 minutes. Notice that's the pattern that I always tell you about. It breaks through and then it comes back to test for support. All we would have to do would be to put the directional volume on. Let's see if he'll do it. Yeah, you're getting divergence on this bar. Now this is one I'm actually going to use the indicators on. So I'm going to mark it with a solid green line. Oh, 700. And I'm going to mark this one solid. And I'm going to do it in lime green. All right. And I got that one. Oh, it's 3 p.m. and I got it for 15.50. So I'm going to set a profit target of 32. And I guess I'm going to have to insert another row because I've used all of my rows on my spreadsheet. I did 10. Total risk on that was 15.50, which is $155. Profit target is 32, correct? So total profit would be 320. Let's see how that one works out. Notice I didn't wait until the end of that bar, okay? I didn't because I've got a double area there of congestion, and I know that. And unless something really happens in the next 2 minutes, there's volume divergence. Okay. That's using indicators, though. I'm not taking both sides of that. I'm doing it based on indicators. Everybody understand that? That's technical trading. And I'm out until 3 p.m. So if it moves between now and 3 o'clock, I potentially have a profit target. And it doesn't even have to get there to give it to me. If it starts moving in my direction, if it gets to 2670, I'll probably have that profit target. Do y'all understand that? I didn't do that one in my live account. I don't have it open. I've only got it on the demo. I would do that one if I had my live account open, though. You could pretty much do the same setup on the Euro Yen, too. It's coming back to the ATR. Just check your volume, see if you have volume divergence. The loonie is dropping like crazy. Let's see if it makes it through the green line. Notice this green line's not all the way across the screen. That means it's an area of support on a higher time frame. I think the DAX is trying to get me excited. It's starting to move up. It's teasing me. This is our last 15-minute bar on the euro and the euro yen. Remember, we still have this one down here. Yeah, you'd have to move 46 ticks on the bottom side. You need a wide bar is what you need. And it don't look like we're going to get a wide bar. It's already filled. This one at 60, it's already filled. I just hadn't taken it off. That's all. We have 58 seconds left. I've already marked them as losses. Hold on, let me get my spreadsheet over for you. As it stands right now, we are down $270.50 out of all these trades. Everybody understand that? And that's a lot of trades. $14 trades altogether. Does everybody understand that? Any questions on it? And we traded rate announcements. I mean, they're the most dangerous of all to trade. News only. That's specifically the rate announcement. Specifically. Yeah, and sometimes they are, sometimes they're not, Dan. Yeah, it's very specific to rate days. Very, very specific. I mean, just as easily as we got a wide bar here, we could have done that on the DAX in the euros. Well, if take 14 trades on the futures, okay, if you're not impressed, and come back with a $270 loss for the day, I'd be impressed. And we did it with, less than $3,000. And I'm not going to lose sleep over this. Yeah, it's your defined risk. Did the market do what we anticipated? No. Okay. Did we go bankrupt over it? No. Do y'all understand? And I'll keep track with these because I am still in those in my live account. I'm not in this one on my live account. And then all the others in my live account, I think, have expired. In fact, I'll tell you which ones have, because I have them sent to another email address. Okay, in my live account, I made money on the USD Canadian for the 2460 area. Let's see. I made money on the Euro Yen 2740. At 934. I took profit on the euro US dollar 0660 area is what I had in my live account. So, and I had a profit target there of 55. Um, on the 9 a.m. expiration Germany, I lost money on both of those. One was right about $15 per contract. I'm trying to find out what the other one was. The other one was 16.25 in my live account. And I've still got this one on, and I've got this one on. So I think overall in my live account, I might have been in the profits because I got filled on the euro US dollar. I couldn't get the 060 area, 660 area in the demo, which is why I went to the 680 area. And the 660 actually got filled, which is good. But I did lose. I was actually out at 0520 on the euro. And that one, I actually lost money on. Let me see how much I lost on it. The only way you have to know is to go through the emails. So, 0580. No, that's not it. There it is. On my 0520, I got that one for $78. So that one I lost 220 on. But I did make my profit target on that one, on the upside. Hold on, let me tell you. It was actually settled at 935, Dan, and I got 35 on that one. So I made 350, but lost, 200. And I was trying to set them up as close as possible to what I had in my live account. It's just there's a difference because my priority is to my live account. All right, any questions? Actually, the euro is typically the bigger mover, but you do have sometimes that the euro just doesn't move on rate announcement. Was it worth the risk? To me, yeah. And this is, I've looked at every chart for the last 2 years, and out of 10 rate announcements, you'll get two that don't move. Well, guess what? Today was one of the two. It is what it is. Now, on the flip side, we got filled on the 25.80 Canadian. I didn't get filled on that in my live account. I think I had a better price in the demo, and that was why. Let me see. 25.80, where are you? Okay, I got 18.50 on the USD Canadian over here. The demo of it got filled. 25.80, where are you? At 30, no. The demo got filled at 40. I don't know what my profit target was offhand because I've done too many trades. It was probably around 40. Are you going to have a percent of movers in the plan? What do you mean, Dan? You mean in the ebook? No. Yeah, I don't think you can really do that one, Mike. I really don't, because what you're doing is you're increasing your risk. Okay. All right, let's go one strike price out, but because it's rate announcement, you're going to be paying $40 for that. And if it moves the wrong way, it just kills you. You know, and the reason that we try to define that even more is because we don't want a negative trade. Well, you got to get over it. You're going to have negative trades. I'd rather lose 200 than I had 400. And that's just me. I can live with 200. 400 becomes a little bit harder to swallow. 800 is even harder to swallow, which is why I don't do those at all. I don't want to stay up at night because I lost too much money. It's my point. You know, remember, this is trading 10 contracts each. If y'all had done one contract on each, your loss right now would be $27. Anybody complained about $27 and you shouldn't be trading. Okay? Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot more. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to go because I do have some errands to do. Yeah, it's trading on the cheap. And I'm cheap, so it suits me good. All right, everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Thanks, Charles.